So here we are at the Harborne building on the 8th of June 2013. Something's going on here. It's a Saturday and the car park's full. Ah! Hello!
Hello, Dr. M.
What's going on here?
Today we are hosting the Whiteknights University of Reading BioBlitz. So it's basically a 24-hour period where we identify as many species on campus as possible. So we have students and staff and members of the public and local organisations who have come here specifically today to go out and to look for bumblebees and birds and mammal trapping and all sorts going on.
Well, let's go in. Let's have a look.
Excellent. Come on in.
Looks super. Lovely day.
It is a gorgeous day.
How much did the weather cost?
Thousands of pounds from my salary.
It was cheap at half the price.
This is Bumble, our biodiversity dog here.
Hello, Bumble.
She is gorgeous.
She is.
And very aptly named. I like it.
I love it too. You must be Mr. Bumblebee.
I'm one of them.
Excellent. Let's go in. What else have we got?
Right, today we have our environmental fair.
Okay, environmental fair.
We have the Berkshire Bat group here. But today, excitingly, we actually have a live bat with us, a bat that's in care. Does Joe want to tell us about the bat here that we have?
I love your gloves. Are those special bat gloves?
Yeah. Nice and soft for her.
Oh, the bat's just come out. Right, let's have a look.
Very popular. He's tiny.
Wow. What is that?
Very small. So which one's that? This is common pipistrelle.
Common pipistrelle male. Well, I'm not going to ask you how we tell it's a male because that would be too personal, but it's lovely.
It could just be talking.
It's
very easy to tell what's sex.
They are very sweet little. I think it's so sweet. That little.
So how do you tell what sex it is?
Well, you have to have a look, don't you?
I guess you might. I was far too polite, but Joe seems quite happy.
So presumably he's just sleepy now, is he? He's not going to be
There you go.
with it, is he?
Very well endowed for a little thing.
Oh no!
Excellent work. Good work, Bat. What's his name?
I've been calling him Batfink.
Well, I
Batfink.
Yeah.
I like Batfink.
That's a really good name, Joe.
Batfink. Yes, okay.
Super. Well, let's move on.
Excellent. So here we have the Reading Friends of the Earth stall.
Yes, well, last year a number of national groups commissioned a report, including Stuart Roberts from Reading University, about an action plan for bees, which we are supporting here and encouraging the government to act on.
There's a giant bee here, which is quite scary. She is.
I was
very
hoping there would be bee costumes here, but that's an extra. If we do it like that, it'll look like you're here. Can you say something?
Hello from Adela and Chris. Adela, the chief bee, the queen bee, even.
Fantastic. Love it. Love
I
it.
think that's John Booth.
Yeah, it's less obviously human. That looks like a real bee.
I think
it's
John
a
will be
little
really flattered when I tell him.
Giant bee.
Yeah.
I think that's a real bee.
Giant killer bee.
I mean, the flowers are small, but maybe it's the drought. Thanks a lot.
Cheers.
Good luck with your bee campaign.
So here we have the Berkshire Moth group, and we have the Upper Thames Butterfly group.
Yeah, so with the Berkshire Moth Group and the Upper Thames branch of Butterfly Conservation.
Fantastic.
So we cover the whole of Lepidoptera. And,
Brilliant. May I tell you that last night I saw the moth trap in the woods.
yes, I think there was about 5 of them out.
It was fantastic. Yes, I saw one of them anyway.
Yeah, we've got a few nice moths. Probably the prettiest one
Show
is
me.
somewhere here. I don't know if it's going to allow you to see inside without it flying.
Oh, I think so.
So that's quite unusual.
That
'cause
is
this is a small elephant hawk moth.
fantastic.
So it feeds on bed straws, and normally I'd associate with chalk downland. So it shows the campus is still in fairly good state.
Good. Well, I'm glad to hear that because certainly it's not very calcareous on the campus. So.
No, and yet there's, I'm told today there's also grizzled skippers, which is fantastic news. I don't know the nearest colony from here.
Right. Well, I'm a botanist, so I'm always keen to see the plant connections. You say that feeds on bed straws, that moth?
This one feeds on bed straw. The
Yeah.
grizzle skipper feeds on wild strawberries.
Fantastic.
And a few other related.
Well, I know we have ladies' bed straw on campus. Maybe we have hedge bed straw. I don't know which one it likes. Which one do you like?
Generally, I think it's probably on ladies.
Well, we have plenty of ladies for you on campus.
Warm as well.
Talking of ladies on campus, Becky, where should we go now?
Well, I actually think that we should go and look at these amazing caterpillars here because we have bypassed them.
Accident! Oh my
These
word!
amazing beasts.
They are extreme
They are extreme.
caterpillars for sure. Tell me about them.
Scary.
Okay, so these ones are also sort of looked after by the group, but they're not British. So what we've got here, this wasn't from last night, of course, but what we do is we can hone our observational skills, our rearing skills, and finding out things. So this is a silk moth called Dictyoploca simla.
Lovely name.
Dictyoploca simla. It could be called the Simla silk moth. And it's great fun. It's got it's just spectacular to look at. It's got lovely long soft fur, little blue spots along its side.
Can you put your hand there so I can see the scale? Just
Yes,
around there.
if we put it
'cause
behind there, something like that.
They are huge.
Yes, these are quite chunky caterpillars. You might get a better.
Well, that's all right.
good.
That's all right. Can you remind me who you are? Because I'm not
Okay, Mark Calway. I'm the chairman of Berkshire Moth Group.
fantastic.
So, yeah.
Were you out with the tractors?
Oh yes, that's right. I had the Robinson trap out there last night with
Brilliant.
the mercury vapour lamp.
I think I saw
And
you.
it wasn't. We're getting putting together quite a good list now of species, but it was not the best night. So less than we might have expected.
Why do you think it wasn't such a good night?
Oh,
I'm not necessarily
it was,
included.
no, it was only simply because of lack of cloud cover and the temperature dropped. 2 nights, the night before and the night before that, there were more about. So it wasn't as good last night as my expectations would have been. But generally, they're very poor because the species are down in numbers. But we think it's land use mainly, herbicide and pesticide. A bit of climate change involved as well. But yeah, the numbers are well down this year, and that's a lot to do with last year.
Yes.
Bad last
Yeah, there's
year.
lag effects and the between year
And then we've
effects.
had a cold spring which has delayed some things. And some of these moths that overwinter as pupa will just hunker down and stay another whole year, and they won't come out during the summer. They'll wait until spring again and come out next year. So they just think it's a bad year. I'm going to
wait.
give it a miss.
Clever.
They say I'm going to have a duvet year.
Great.
Anyway, there you
Thanks
go.
a lot.
Okay.
Hello, my name's Edward Trout. I'm a member of BRAG, the Berkshire Reptile and Amphibian Group. We meet informally, really. Only 2 main meetings during the course of the year, but there are various projects throughout the year involved in surveying, both one-off surveys and regular annual surveys of particular local populations. And then each spring we do what's known as the Toad Patrol, which is rescuing toads that are travelling from one area to a pond where the route crosses the road, and rather than let them run the risk of being squashed, we carry them in buckets across to the safe side so they can breed in the local ponds.
I'm sure they're really grateful. Much better to be carried in a bucket than to be squashed.
To put some numbers to it, we carry over 1,000 of them at one particular location, and there are about 6 locations where this takes place in the county.
Brilliant. Thanks a lot.
Pleasure.
So we've got
Chairperson of the
all
Berkshire
right.
Mammal Group. So we were here last night and we put out some small mammal traps, but we also put out some hedgehog tunnels. So this is quite exciting because in most of the tunnels we ended up picking up hedgehog tracks. So
Beautiful.
these are prints. So you can see the scale here. That's my thumb. So that's a little hedgehog print. So its thumb's probably about the same size as my finger
You do
there.
realise that there is probably commercial potential in this because lots of people would like to buy
They would,
those. 'cause
and you
they're
can
so
buy them from the Mammal Society.
They're beautiful.
There you go. They are lovely, aren't they? They're gorgeous.
Lovely. And what have you got on here? I don't know whether it'll show, but
so that's one of the shots from the 4 camera traps that we had out.
fantastic. And this is,
that is-
even to a botanist, that looks like a fox.
It looks like one to me. So, but I'm just a software engineer, so. But yeah, we've had a couple of shots of him front, back, and sort of couple of angles.
All the
So we've
rest.
been visiting
Brilliant.
the same place. I'm still going through the rest of it to find out what else we've got.
Fantastic.
So, fingers crossed.
At the end of the day, we'll have a better idea.
Slightly better picture. Yeah.
Super. Thanks.
My pleasure.
Okay, so tell me a bit about the early environmental group.
My name's Edwin Trout, I'm the secretary of the group. Well, the group was set up about 8 years ago for residents of Early who shared an interest in the environment, and that's from the point of view of the physical environment and the animals and wildlife that's within it, and also for those people with an interest in wider issues of things like maximum population, peak oil, nuclear fuels and such like. We have a programme of walks and talks, walks during the summer and talks during the winter on a monthly basis, and practical conservation includes an annual litter picking, clearing up weekend, and regular Wednesday sessions of practical conservation work around Maidenelly Lake.
Fantastic. People say extreme. This looks a bit too crazy for me. Extreme poaceae. Extreme. And here is a stall all about botany. Grasses. Poaceae, a family of grasses, green and wonderful. Hello, so what's going on here?
Right, well this is Reading and District Natural History Society. I'm Ricky Ball, I'm the secretary.
Fantastic, fantastic. And what does the Reading and District Natural History Society do?
We have talks, we have field trips, and we have walks, and we encourage people in the community to come along to join us. The talks are from people that are either local or national.
So it's all about learning about natural history in the locality and wider afield?
Yes.
Anything of
Definitely.
natural history? How many members do you have?
We have about 140 members.
Great. And where do you meet?
We meet during the winter. Our indoor meetings are at Pangbourne Village Hall.
Oh, Pangbourne, lovely.
Yeah, and our field trips are all over the area.
Fantastic. And those are weekend field days?
There are some on weekends, and during the winter we also have Wednesday walks, which always end up in a pub.
I like the sound of that. Thank you.
Good.
Thanks a lot. Hello, what's going on here?
Right, I'm Elaine Butler and a member of the Woking District Veteran Tree Association. We're aiming to record all the veteran and significant trees across the borough, and a large portion of the university campus is in Wokingham, although some of it's in Reading. On the display here are the trees that are on our database. And all the details can be found on our website.
So why are veteran trees important?
Well, apart from being absolutely wonderful things to look at and in serious danger of losing them, they're a fantastic habitat because they've got the definition of a veteran tree is actually it's almost decrepitness. It's got holes and water pockets
Right.
and so on. And,
Microhabitats for all kinds of biodiversity.
Absolutely. So
Brilliant.
they're very valuable.
What's your most treasured piece of biodiversity that grows on a veteran tree? What's your favourite creature that grows on a veteran tree, or do you have loads?
I've really got a favourite creature.
Good.
I like them for themselves.
So none of them are going to feel left out.
No.
You love them all. Brilliant. Love it. Sound bites. Okay, so who are you? What you're doing here?
I'm Ray Reedman. I'm Programme Secretary of BOC. What we do in BOC, first of all, is surveys. Secondly, as a social activity, lectures, talks, outings, activities, and in a general way, hopefully, try to communicate to the community at large what birds are all about.
If you have to name a few birds that really fascinate you?
I think probably if you go for locally, you've got to suggest the red kite has got to be the bird of Berkshire, hasn't it now?
I think so. Now it certainly is. Flies over my garden on Shinfield Road all the time.
Yeah, but apart from that, we have the evidence of the recent atlas work is showing that some birds are increasing in the county, others are declining.
Right.
The ones that are declining obviously are causing a certain amount of concern. For example, stonechat, possibly decline, windchat certainly has declined, but these are birds that perhaps decline nationally. Farming birds, things like the corn buntings, yellow hammers and so on have not done so well in recent years. Turtle dove is particularly threatened as a British bird now, but at the other side we're picking up numbers of things like little egrets. We're picking up larger numbers of buzzards in the area. Ravens are spreading into this area now, and it's generally about winners and losers. The Bird Atlas, which has been in function in recent years, is a complete survey of the whole avifauna of the county over a 4-year period, and it's been written up now, due for new publication, and the Birds of Berkshire will be the account of exactly what's going on in our county, comparing it with what happened in the last survey 25-30 years ago.
Fantastic. Long-term surveys, just brilliant.
Yes, and this is coordinated with the British Trust for Ornithology, of course.
Fantastic.
And it involved a huge number of Berkshire birders in basic citizen science.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. So we've got a sheath, we've got a leaf blade, we've got a ligule. Then we carry on up. Now this stalk here that goes to the inflorescence is called a culm. C-U-L-M. C-U-L-M.
Does the culm ever have nodes? Or the nodes
The
are all
culm
below
has
it?
nodes. The culm has nodes. It's the culm that has nodes. So the culm has the nodes. The culm has all the nodes.
Okay.
Do you get it?
Yeah. I get it.
It's the culm that has the nodes.
Extreme botany. Dr. M goes wild. Extreme botany.
Fabulous. Thank you all very much.